cash is king, innit?
You don't have to hurt anymore.
I think everyone should go to the bank and draw all of their spare cash out and start spending cash from now on.
There is a big change happening with a major UK bank later this year, and you're going to need to know about it.
Wow, would you look at this? One step closer to a completely cashless society.
Okay, this is what's going to happen. Okay, so you've done your bit checking on legislation, I've just checked on my legislation. As I said to you, the shop does not have to accept it just because it is legal tender.
Now don't say I haven't been warning you for a long time, but it is coming, as retail giants are conducting a trial in which customers may be asked to use their face or fingerprints to make a payment. According to the Manchester Evening News, shoppers will be able to pay for their purchases by smiling or waving their hands at a scanner. Now again, this is just a perfect example of some fuckery that was brought up last year, it was dropped, and now they're revisiting the idea this year because supermarkets want to go not just cashless, but cardless too. And if you think this fuckery stops there, you're very mistaken, because what else have I been warning you about? Carbon trackers, carbon footprints, especially when it comes to airports. Well, look at this. EU fingerprint checks for British travellers to start in 2024. Under new entry-exit system, facial scans will also be taken from UK passengers on their first trips after launch when travelling within EU countries. So some of you didn't think it was possible, didn't believe it, that when these carbon trackers, carbon footprint trackers would come into effect, you'd be limited on how often you can travel, and if you can even travel at all. Some of you doubted it, doubted the technology and how they would enforce it. They're now going to take your fingerprint when you go to the airports in order to process you, which means your fingerprint will be linked directly to your personal carbon footprint. So there you have it, people. We will be coming into a completely cashless society. There will be at some point a universal basic income once AI fully takes grasp and takes hold of most of the jobs humans are currently doing that we will no longer be needed for. And carbon footprint trackers will come into effect to limit everything you consume and how much you can travel. Don't say I didn't warn you, people. As always, peace and love from me. Don't forget to like, share and follow for more content.
I'm Caroline and my videos are mainly about thrifting and making and saving you money. Big banks are changing the way we deal with our own money, and this particular change that's coming later in the year is going to annoy a lot of people. In October time, Marks and Spencer's bank is changing the way that you pay for your credit card bills. No more paying in store, no more checks, no more gyro credits. If you've always popped into a branch to sort out your payment or written a check, you can't do that anymore as of October. Now, for people who are already digital, this probably doesn't seem like a big thing, but there are still lots of people out there, including the vulnerable and the elderly, who rely on old school methods of payment. For them, these changes aren't just streamlining, it's a case of shutting the door in their face.
Right. Let's get started. Welcome back to Blighty Blighted. Now, I've been watching the news this morning, and they're going on again about this cashless society business. Everything's got to be cards now, hasn't it? Tap this, swipe that, wave your phone about like you're conducting the London Philharmonic. This world is getting confusing enough. My father's generation, the greatest, didn't even like banks full stop. For good reason too, since he lived through the Great Depression and people lost everything. But that's a long time ago now. It would never happen again here, would it? Anyway, now I see other people my age standing there at the till, looking absolutely bewildered while some young checkout assistant is trying to explain contactless payments for the 5th time. We didn't grow up with this technology, did we? When we learned to handle money, it was proper money. Something you could feel in your pocket, count out properly. Don't get me wrong, progress is progress, I suppose. But sometimes I wonder if we're leaving half the population behind in our rush to make everything digital. Just because you can put a computer chip in everything doesn't mean you should, does it?
It's £25 for whatever I've bought. That goes in their till, and then they can use that £25 to buy stock, and that £25, because I've paid cash, stays at £25. So they buy their stock at £25. And then that person that they've bought the stock off uses that £25 to go and restock. That £25 is still £25. But if I go in and pay on my debit card, that £25 instantly becomes, for an example, £23, because they obviously take off commission. So that £23 goes in their till via debit card. So when they go and buy stock, that £23, if they pay by debit card as well, then probably becomes £21. So each time you're using a debit card on a transaction, you're losing a percentage of that £25 originally. So it really made me think that we need to help these businesses by paying cash so that they're not losing all these percentages each time a transaction's made. So for me, I'm now going to draw out cash and spend cash because I want to help these businesses and I don't want them all to lose loads of money, which they're doing each time we are using this plastic card. So this is only my point of view and this is what I'm going to do, but it really opened my eyes and made me think, yes, cash is the way forward. Help these businesses to flourish and let's not get those percentages knocked off unnecessarily.
I've just been into Sainsbury's, yeah, and all their card machines are down. And they want to make it a cashless society. Just take a look at these clips.
Might decline, so is there any chance you could get the cash out? Cash?
Yeah, I can if Why is the system down?
It's gone down again.
And they want everybody to go cashless.
I know. Yeah, no, it's declined. If you could get me out of the cash.
Alright, yeah.
Pretty sure. Do you want to receipt? Doesn't matter.
So I've got it now.
So from those clips you could see that the woman behind the counter says the machines are down again. She didn't just say they're down, so they go down quite a lot, and I know they go down quite a lot here in Stoke. You could see the queues of people at the cash machines. You could see that most of the self-service checkouts were down, which is causing absolutely chaos. Lucky I carry some cash on me, innit? You should always carry cash with you. Because if the banks wanted to control you, they could just switch off the card payments, couldn't they? And then you'd be absolutely screwed. That's what it's about. It's all about control. And imagine if the systems get hacked. Could you go without money for days and days or even weeks on end? No, because you need money to transact, to get things that you need. I think this is what's going to happen. There's going to be a big cyber attack, and then you will have to rely on the government, yeah? And the government will help you, and you will have to do everything that they say. But I'm not going down that rabbit hole. That's just me being a bit of a tinfoil hat wearing man, innit? But it is what it is. Let me know if the car payments go down in your area quite a lot. Let me know what you think about the situation. Safe.
See that? That is control. Not control over you. The physical form of money is your control. You need to keep that around you. And I'll tell you why. This physical form of money guarantees you access to food, services, anything like that. Without this physical form, there is no guarantee, because your money becomes a figure in a bank. Banks are susceptible. Cyber attacks, power cuts, online problems. How many times have you tried to go on your banking app and it's gone, sorry, we're out of service, try again later? Debit card machines going down in shops. You can't go in there and buy anything. Without this physical representation of money, you have no control over your money. Do not back a cashless society, because you're not backing a cashless society. You're handing the last element of control of your money over to other people to control it. Without the physical token of money, you are not guaranteed access to it. Do not give up your cash. Go and draw whatever you need out of your bank. Anything that you need in there to cover direct debits, whatever, if you want to do that, leave it in there. Any money that you don't need in there, pull it out, keep it with you, because it's the only guarantee you have.
People are furious after finding out that the UK could be going cashless. Check this out. New research has revealed that an estimated 25 million Brits aged 16 and over rely on their digital wallets and don't take their wallets out when they go out shopping. More and more cafes, restaurants, bars, pubs and nightclubs are turning cashless, and the UK could be heading for a cashless society. A whopping 66% of millennials don't take their wallet out when they go shopping, and 72% of Gen Zers also don't take their wallet out when they go to a pub, a cafe or go shopping. This means that a lot of bar staff in bars and clubs don't get tips, so a lot of bars and pubs are now adding an additional service charge onto your card payments. Believe it or not, even some takeaways are now going cashless. When you collect a takeaway, they are not accepting cash at all and only will do card. Another interesting point to note is that 77% of baby boomers in the UK would make sure they had their wallet on them when leaving the house to go to a bar, a cafe or go shopping. So people, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about more takeaways, restaurants, bars and cafes going cashless? How do you feel about it? Do you still use cash or do you just use card? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Asda is going cashless, so there could be a store near you that will no longer accept cash. Here is a full list of all the Asda stores that are going cashless. This is for only the petrol station at Asda though, not the actual store. That will probably come in the future. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead. This is the first page. This is some more. So yeah, please pause the video. It would take too long otherwise. Here is a lot of other stores that are going cashless. Remember, this is for the petrol stations. And here is a lot more. There is so many that are going cashless. And now we're on the second from last page. There is quite a lot of stores, so I've got to try and cram them all in. And this is the last page for all of the stores that are going cashless, the petrol stations. Asda has already started, rejecting cash at petrol stations. And now that further list I just showed you could be coming, they say, by the summer. But it's always better to be prepared. Don't wait till the summer. Basically, every time you go to one, make sure you've got your card on you. Please like and share this video. It's very important. Everyone knows about this, especially if you shop at Asda. And don't forget to like and follow. They're just there on the right hand side. I'll see you in the next one.
Shops across the UK are quietly banning cash, and most people haven't even noticed yet. According to a report from the Telegraph and This Is Money, more and more cafes, bars and retailers are refusing to take physical cash. It's legal, but only if they make it clear before you try to pay. The law says cash is legal tender, but that doesn't mean a business has to accept it. Cash is anonymous. It's the only way to buy something without creating a digital footprint. Once it disappears, every transaction you make will be trackable and storable forever. It's not just about privacy. Going cashless also hits people who rely on cash day to day. Older people, low-income households, and those without easy access to banking. And once shops stop taking it, it's a domino effect. Fewer people carry it, and more businesses stop accepting it, and the system erodes fast. It's not just about tech. For businesses dealing with cash, it's expensive. Banks charge fees to deposit it, you have to make a physical trip, and some even use specialist firms to collect the cash from your business. That's time, money and hassle, and over the last few years, banks have made it harder and more expensive to handle cash, pushing more people into digital by default. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's already happening. So before it disappears for good, ask yourself, do we really want a future where paying for a coffee requires a digital trail? Now you know.
The banks are controlling us with our own money, and I'll give you an example. I've just tried transferring some money from my account to a friend's account, and they asked me a series of questions like, who's it for? How long have you known him? Is it friends and family? Whatever, etc., etc. After answering all the questions, they blocked the card and they blocked the payment. And I did see a video on here of a gentleman trying to buy a motorbike, and they wouldn't give him the money unless that he proved that he was buying a bike with this cash, and they refused his money. I think we should all, after we get paid weekly or monthly, go and take our spare money out and start spending cash, guys, because this is fucking ridiculous. Has anybody else experienced this problem with the bank? Let me know.
You said it's legal tender, you are correct. However, it is a commemorative coin. On the internet, they're worth about 20 quid.
Well,
Right, so here is what is going to happen. Either you are going to pay for your fuel correctly, or you are going to fill out their civil recovery form so that you can arrange to make payment at a later date, or I'm going to arrest you for bilking.
what's bilking?
Bilking, making off without payment. You've got to the point where payment is due.
Mm-hmm.
You are now refusing to make payment. Therefore, I will treat it as a criminal offence. So how would you wish to proceed at this point?
Well, I have got means to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to fill out a civil recovery form, as you
Okay,
put it.
right. So what's the means that
What
you're
was the
going to
option
pay?
2?
So option 1
Yeah.
is either you pay. Option 2 is you fill out the form. Option 3 is that you get arrested.
Well, pay.
No, you pay with legal tender that they will accept.
That is legal tender.
No, they don't have. They
But if it's a £50 note and he said, oh, look, we don't accept £50 notes because there's lots of forgeries.
Exactly.
Would you be doing exactly the same thing now?
Yes. So
Well,
if you go into a corner shop and try and pay for a penny chew with a £50 note, they are perfectly within their rights to refuse that sale.
Yeah, of course they are, but this is different because...
No, it's not different.
No, it is.
You have offered a form of payment that they will not accept. The principle is exactly the same.
Well, if you arrest me, it'll be a wrongful arrest.
Yeah? It's not. It's a lawful arrest because I've explained the situation and I've explained that I believe you're doing this for
Are you a
dishonest
sergeant
reason.
or officer?
I am a sergeant.
I
Okay?
reckon-
So, my point is also that coin is not worth the face value of it. It's not legal tender in such a way that this shop has to accept it as being valued at £100.
Okay, so,
So
it
either
has...
way, you're
hang on,
well
it has-
short of the mark.
No, I'm not. So, it is got a face value of £100, so it's worth £100.
It's not.
Well, you say that, but the Bank of England, the House of Commons, the state, all the institutions that came before you say it is, right? But you say it isn't, right? Now you say it's only worth whatever you say it was. Interestingly, I don't know if you've looked at the price of silver, but that's probably worth about £48 in silver.
So it's
hang on, I haven't finished yet. So that's £48 in silver.
Yeah.
Whereas, how much is a £20 note or a £50 note worth in plastic? What, a penny or two? Right, so this has got a face value of £100, got the legislation that makes it worth £100.
Yeah.
Right, they've offered that I can take services and then pay for it afterwards, which is called invitation to treat. Yeah, I'm offering to pay with a coin of the realm.
No, you're offering to pay with a coin and they're not willing to accept. Therefore, the onus is on you to make alternative payments, arrangements to make payments.
Well, I don't think so. I think that's incorrect.
Okay, that's fine.
But I reckon before you arrest me and waste my time, there'd be unlawful arrest.
Well, it's not a wrongful arrest.
It would be a wrongful arrest. Well, how can you arrest somebody for refusing to pay when they're offering to pay with a coin of the realm?
Because you're not offering to pay with payment that they can accept or will accept or have to accept. No.
Now, interestingly, you said that you've done some research on this and I've done this before.
Yeah.
Well, what was the outcome of it last time?
It was no further action.
Why was that then?
I don't know.
Well, how come you've got a
That
record
doesn't
of
mean
that?
I'm about to let you drive off from here.
Well, how come you got a record that I did it last time, but you haven't got a record of the outcome?
Why? Because I haven't got time to look at that right now.
But you have got time to arrest me and deal with all the paperwork that'll be involved in that.
Yep.
So that's just abusing your power, I think, because what you're trying to do
It's
is
using my power proportionally. These people here are trying to run a business, and you are making life extremely difficult by being obstructive in how you're going to pay.
No, I'm not.
Cashless policy in UK. Today, the UK government are now making a new decision that from 2026, there will be no more paper money. Oh my goodness. There will be no more paper money, both coin or paper money, cashless policy. They say that if you want to shopping both in the shopping mall or departments, anywhere, you must use your card. Paper money will no longer be accepted in anywhere in the whole of UK. What is going on? So if you went to shopping, you can't shop with cash. If you shop with cash, it will not be accepted. It will not be acceptable except with card. What is going on? What is going on in UK? I think the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is in a lot of pressure because of the opposition, like, Conservative Party leader. I think it's a lot of pressure, and he needs to show British that he is working. Because I can't understand this everyday new law, new policy. Please, people in UK, can you guys even remember all this new law, new policy in UK? How do you cope? Anyway, what do you think? Do you think this is a great move or not? I feel like this is a way of controlling people's money, how you spend your money.
Heart
How long
phrase.
before we're a cashless society?
This is where I get scared, because it's too similar to the mark of the beast. It's too similar to exactly what it says. You won't be able to trade, you won't be able to do anything unless you have the mark.
How's the mark of the beast described in the Bible? We should read it. Then I saw another beast rising out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, and it spoke like a dragon. It deceives those who dwell on earth. It also causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark.
Anyway, that's my bit said. What do you lot think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're one of those youngsters who can work these machines with your eyes closed, perhaps you could spare a thought for us oldies next time you see us fumbling about at the self-service till. Until next time, this is Blighty Blighted signing off. I will see you in the next video. Cheerio.